Hi, it's Kevin from the Awareness website. And we've got another video of Awareness Tai Chi. This move this week is we're going to be working on the series Fair Ladies Works Shuttles. So there's 4 corners of it, and it's move 66 to 69. So 67, 66, 67, 68, and 69. So hang in there and we'll be right back. Okay, we're working on Fair Ladies Works at Shuttles this week. So move 66 to 69. And one of the things that's come up before, and it was a question for me when I first started learning this, is what is a Fair Lady Works at Shuttles? And the reference is when you're doing loom work, so weaving and stuff like that, there's a little thing that carries the thread back and forth between the runs of thread, and it's called the shuttle. So you would lift up one layer of threads, push the shuttle through, and then it would flip, lift the other one, and then the shuttle goes through the other way. So it goes back and forth, and that's how they're weaving rugs and cloth and stuff like that. So that's what I was told was the reference Fair Lady Works at Shuttles, and you can kind of see it in the way that the arms work, as one's going up and the other's pushing through. So it makes sense to me. Hopefully it makes sense to you. But let's go through it and we'll work on it piece by piece. So we've gone from partitions, and then we've done that little section that's a repeat section of left grasper's tail, and whip to one side. So the Fair Lady starts and ends with a comes out of that section of coming from the whip to one side, and then it goes into another repeat section exactly the same of left grasper's tail, whip to one side. So let's get into it. From the whip, you're going to do the 4 corners, and the first one is a 180 degree pivot. So from here, you're going to start to turn, pushing from the left leg. The left arm comes around on top, and you pivot on the left heel 90 degrees, and then pivot on the right toe, so it turns around, and now you will be facing 180 degrees from when you were doing the whip to one side. So it's a complete turnaround, pivot on one foot and then the other. So from the whip, push from the left leg, left arm comes around on front, pivot on the heel, pivot on the toe, and stand up into the right leg, facing the opposite direction. So that's the first turnaround to get into the first corner, or the first Fair Ladies. Some people call them 4 corners. Fair Ladies Work Shuttles. So there's a pattern to it. So left arm on the outside. You turn all the way around, pivot on the left heel, the right toe, stand up. Then you're going to step to the left corner, and then the left arm goes up. So that's an easy way to remember which arm is going up and which arm is going out. So from the whip, left arm on the outside as you pivot on the left heel, pivot around on the right toe, then you're going to step to the left corner, left arm up. So you want the left arm on the outside so that it will roll up out of the way so the right hand can go straight forward. And you want this arm in an angle with the body so it lines up from the heel to the head and expressing out the arm. Lots of times you'll see people doing this kind of thing. So they got their arm right on their head or right in front of their face. It expresses up in line with the body. So somewhere in that area, and the other one is expressing straight out. So that's the first Fair Ladies to the left. From there, you're going to do another pivot around. So I'm going from this corner, I'm going to pivot all the way around and then go to that corner. So the first one was left, so left arm in front, left step to the corner, left arm up. So now we go the right. So you start to push from the left leg or from your front leg, drop the hands and turn the body and pivot on the heel again. Stand up and cross with the right arm on the outside, the toe goes back, and then continue the pivot so that you're facing the same direction you were doing whip to one side. You're going to relax, step to the right corner, and the right arm goes up. So there's the pattern, left, right. So left arm on the outside, you're going to step to the left corner after you've turned, and the left arm goes up. Then you're going to drop the arms, pivot, stand up and cross right on the outside, continue to pivot, right corner step, right arm goes up. So here's the sequence here. From the whip, pivot on the heel, cross left on the outside, pivot around on the toe, so you're turned 180 degrees, step to the left corner, left arm goes up. Drop the elbows, relax the arms, pivot on the heel, stand up and cross right on the outside, toe for balance, continue to pivot, step to the right corner, right arm goes up. Now the next sequence is just a mirror image. It's exactly the same. So you're going to go to the left corner, then pivot all the way around, and then go to the right corner. So it's exactly the same. From the right corner, you're going to stand up and cross. Left on the outside, step to the left corner, left arm goes up. Then you're going to drop the arms again, pivot on the heel, stand up and cross right on the outside, toe back for balance, continue to pivot, step to the right corner, right arm goes up. And then from there, we go into the left grass bird's tail again. So the sequence is mirrored, so it's left, right, left, right. And I'll talk about a few little details here once we get through the sequence. So left arm on the outside, pivot on the heel, pivot on the toe, stand up, relax down, step to the left corner, left arm goes up. Relax the arms, pivot on the heel, stand up, cross with the right on the outside, toe back for balance, continue to pivot on the heel, step to the right corner, right arm goes up and cross, left on the outside, step to the left corner, left arm goes up. Then pivot around again, stand up and cross right on the outside, toe back for balance, continue to pivot, step to the right corner, right arm up. Then you'll come up, hold the ball, and then go into left grass bird's tail. So I'd already mentioned of getting that upper arm expressing upwards in line with the body. A couple of things you want to pay attention to is, of course, your foundations. You're setting up toyus. So from your whip, you're doing a toyu this direction. When you pivot around here, pivot on the toe, standing up, now I want to set up a toyu, so I'm going to relax. I'm going to step 45 degrees from my right foot and then toyu forward with the fair ladies. And then it's the same thing here. I just pivot around, stand up and cross. This toe stabilizes me so I can continue to pivot. There's a couple of different ways to do it. When you put this toe back, it's going to be in the direction that you're going to be stepping. It's not a big step. You just put it back so it stabilizes you so you can finish the pivot on the heel. Don't overturn. So don't go past where this foot has turned. If you do, then you just totally lose your pivot and you've already turned, or sorry, lost your toyu. You've already overturned, so now you're not pushing from the leg anymore. So I'll do it from this direction so you can kind of see what happens. When I turn here and I step back with the toe, I only want to turn to this point here. Then I'm going to sit down, step out to 45, and then finish the turn. You don't want to keep the turn going as you're stepping. And this is commonly what happens. So don't get yourself turned too soon. Get into the leg so that you can sit down into the leg, step out without turning, and then push from the leg and let the arms go. And as the arms go out, that will turn your body and line you up with the front foot like you do in a toyu. So let's do it from another angle here so you can see a different direction. So from the whip here, so I'm going to turn left on the outside, pivot on the heel, then the toe. I've turned 180 degrees. I'm going to step to the 45 to the left, left arm up. Drop the hands, pivot, stand up and cross, toe back for balance, continue to pivot. Step to the right corner, then the arms go out and you turn towards the corner. Up and cross, left on the outside. Step to the left corner, left arm up. Drop the hands, pivot, cross, toe back, pivot some more. Step to the right corner, right hand up, and then up and hold the ball. Step to the left corner, a little bit wider angle, like we did with the partitions, to get into left grass bird's tail. And then that sets you up for the toyu to go into grass bird's tail. So you're always trying to pay attention to the angles that you're going to be working at. Okay, this is going to turn into a long video here if I'm not careful. So let's do some follow along and see how that goes. I think we'll start with facing this direction, so as if you're beside me, and then we'll go around to the four corners. Okay, from the whip to one side. Left step, left arm out. So left arm comes around to the outside, pivot on the heel, pivot on the toe. You've turned 180 degrees. Then relax, step to the left corner. Left arm goes up, the right hand goes straight out level with the ground. Drop the hands, pivot, stand up and cross right on the outside, and the toe goes back for balance. Pivot some more on the heel, step to the right corner, right hand goes up. Up and cross, left on the outside, step to the left corner, left arm up. Drop the hands, pivot, cross right on the outside, toe for balance, continue to pivot. Sit down, step to the right corner, right hand up, then up and hold the ball. Step to the left corner for left grass bird's tail. One of the things, and I'll just make a quick mention of this, is the timing of the step, so that when you pivot from the left corner and you're going to come around to the right and the toe goes back for balance, try and feel for that timing is when you stand up here and cross. As soon as you get to the top, this toe is balanced. This is connected here so that you can continue this turn on the heel. So don't fall back onto that foot. So don't come around here like this and then sort of cross over here and then swing over here and then step here and then swing over this way. It's a spiral. It's a continuous movement. So when you come up here, as I stand up, the toe goes back so I can continue the turn. And then I can turn into the sit, step, and turn out. It's a little tricky timing, but if you play around with it, you'll get it. So that toe and this cross comes together at the same time. So let's do another follow through. Follow along. So whip. So pivot on the heel, left on the outside, pivot around on the toe, stand up, relax down, step to the left corner, left hand goes up. Drop the hands, pivot on the heel, stand up and cross right on the outside, toe for balance, and continue to pivot. Sit down, step to the right corner, right hand up. Up and cross, left on the outside, step to the left corner, left hand up. Now another full turn around, pivot, cross, toe back for balance, continue to pivot, step to the right corner, right hand up, then up and hold the ball, left grasp bird's tail. Okay, so let's do it from this direction. Whip to one side. Pivot. Cross left on the outside. Pivot on the toe. Up. Sit down and step to the left corner. Left hand up. Drop the hands. Pivot on the heel. Up and cross, and the toe goes back for balance. Pivot on the heel. Step to the right corner. Right hand up. Up and cross, left on the outside, step to the left corner, left hand up. Pivot around, cross right on the outside, toe for balance, continue to pivot, right corner step, right hand up and hold the ball, left grasp bird's tail. Is that enough? Okay, so play around with it. There's lots of little details in this move, but again, stick to the principles, stick to the foundations, and it should be fairly straightforward. Keep it simple. Try and work on keeping it fairly balanced with the turns. Not a lot of body swaying and stuff. That's kind of common is when people start getting into the turns. They swing their body and pivot and then swing the body back. Try and keep the pivots more central. So you're coming up, toe, and then continue to turn. So you're not getting the body waving back and forth too much. Play around with it. Send us your emails, your comments. And of course, like us on Facebook, check out the website, subscribe to the YouTube channel, all the usual stuff. Take care, have fun with it. Play around, and we'll see you next week.